we're going to be making boneless pork chops in the air fryer. And we're going to be using 2 different kinds of breadcrumbs. We're going to be using Planko breadcrumbs in a brand I bought a while back ago from Emerald. And we'll do kind of like a little bit of a comparison. So what we'll do is we'll do an egg wash. We'll take a couple of eggs, whisk them, and then we'll salt and pepper the pork chops before we do all that. And then we do the egg wash, and then we'll coat them really well with the breadcrumb and with the Emerald brand, and we'll do a little bit of a comparison in the look, and just take a little bit of a cut off of the other one, because my wife will be eating the other one and I'll be eating the other 2, and we'll see how things go, and you know, if there's any difference in taste and whatever. But anyways, I hope you enjoy the video, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Be watching for some other amazing recipes that I'll be putting up from time to time. Okay, to start off with, we're going to use this package of 3 boneless pork chops. Then we'll need 2 eggs, and then we're going to take those eggs and whisk them. Today we're using panko pork rinds, and we're going to be using the Italian seasoned brand from Emerald's brand. What I did was I added a little salt and pepper, and now I'm just whisking the eggs to get them ready to bread the pork chops with the egg mixture and then the breadcrumbs. I always like to pat my meat dry before I use it with a paper towel, and then I season the meat on both sides really well with salt and pepper, and kind of a good practice to get into. I ended up using about a cup of the Planko breadcrumb, and I was just crushing it down a little bit to make sure there was no lumps, and then I just breaded them from this point on, and I did 2 of them today, and I was just making sure I had enough breadcrumbs in there. And don't re-save the breadcrumbs. Even if you got some left, just take it and throw it out. So now let's get ready to bread the pork chops, and at this point I had the fryer preheated at 375 degrees for 5 minutes, and I was breading these really well with the egg mixture and then the breadcrumbs, and then I put them onto a plate before I put them into the air fryer. And then I'm showing you the example over the timeline, which ones are mine and which ones are Emerald's. And you know, just keep following me along with this process, and you guys will be fine. Either breadcrumb will work. Again, if you're doing low carb keto, pork rind is really great, and for you know, to keep the carbs down really low, and that's what the goal is, and to cut way back on the calories. But you know, we're only human, we all make mistakes, and so what I'm doing right here is I'm just making sure I'm coating it really well, and you know, just you know, follow me along with this process, and you guys will be fine. Okay, now we're ready to use the Emerald breadcrumbs, and I'm using about maybe a quarter of a cup or something like that. I don't really measure, I just dump whatever I think I'm going to use. And now I'm just kind of getting ready for the pork chop. This one's going to be my wife's. I ended up taking a little bit of a bite off of that to see what the difference was in the taste, and either one is good, but you know, like again, I was just looking away for different alternatives instead of regular breadcrumbs and different other kinds of breadcrumbs. And you know, if you're not doing keto, and if you're just doing low carb or dirty lazy keto, this probably work really great for carnivore also. Either one is fine, and I'm fine with either one. I mean, my weight's down so low over the last 3 or 4 years. I mean, it hasn't really been bothering me, eating some oddball stuff every now and then. But yeah, now I'm just making sure everything is well coated before I put it on the plate, and then I'm going to put it into the air fryer, and I'll show you that process in a minute. Okay, so we're just about ready. I'm just making sure I put the rest of the breadcrumbs on. This one over there is Emerald's. That one's the 2 that I'm going to be eating. You can clearly see the difference between all 3 of them, and the one that's got the little black specks over there, that's the Italian seasoning. And yeah, so we're just about ready to get these into the air fryer, and let's go on to the next process. So I got the silicone mat that placed into the air fryer off Amazon, where I get most of my product there. And these are the two that I ended up eating. And now I got the other one from Emerald going in the bottom over here on the front side. So that one's mine, and that one there is my wife's. So let's pop them babies into the air fryer at 375 degrees, and I put these on for like 25 minutes. Flip them around both sides. Okay, so this is about the halfway point, and I was just trying to adjust the camera angle, and I ended up flipping them over both sides. And then when they were done, I checked them with the temperature, and it was just about 165 degrees when they were done. And we'll come back and we'll talk about it in a little bit and continue on with the process. Okay, so there you have our final product. The two up top are my two that I had, and the one at the bottom was Emerald's, and these came out really good. I came back and I talked about it, but when I plated them, I thought it was filming, and for some reason I didn't have it on the record. But we're gonna come back and talk about it. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll get better at filming. But you know, I really enjoy doing these videos for you guys to show you some options that you have for keto or carnivore, or if you're just trying to eat healthy. But anyways, we'll come back in a second or two and talk about it. Hi guys, so we're back. So I just did a taste test comparison between my pork rind from the Pork Rind Company versus Emerald Lugosi's panko pork rind. And I showed you the difference in the video. And this is mine right here. Look at how nice and breaded that is. That's pork rind, by the way. And I just put a little simple seasoning of salt on mine. So mine are very, very flavorful with the simple seasonings I put on, salt and pepper, and just the pork rind. Very, very good, healthy for you for a carnivore snack, or a carnivore meal rather, in my case. And I'm going to finish my pork chop and have the other one later. And as far as side dish, I ended up opening up a can of green beans that I had because I wanted to get rid of some of the old keto stuff before I go carnivore. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this short little video, and you know, the difference between my two. There's no really difference. It all depends on I guess your taste buds, and if you're doing keto or not doing keto, or low carb or lazy dirty keto. But you know, I made those for my wife, the Emerald ones, and the other ones I made for myself. So we did two different kinds of breadcrumbs, and we were just doing a comparison. And I do like mine better. You know, mine's nice and crunchy, and you know, and as far as the flavor, he put in this seasoning. I was reading the ingredients on the back. He had like Italian seasoning and all that stuff. Mine was just plain pork rind. And if you don't have any pork rind, you can go buy a bag and just crush it up into a Ziploc bag, or use a food processor. But it's much easier to buy them already, you know, chopped up there. And I send out for a lot of my stuff on Amazon. But again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for coming along. Bye.